Hey everyone, I'm Christine, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to curate your everyday love things inside a glass door cabinet. So let's get started. As you can see on the table in front of me, I have a whole bunch of things. Oh, it's hard to believe that actually all of these things are going to fit back inside this glass door cabinet. So, how am I going to do that? I'm going to share with you 5 tips to make it really simple. The first one is about grouping. You have to group your items together by function first. So, you have decorative items that I've grouped together, then I have the plates, bowls, finally some glasses, and some taller drinking vessels or bottles that I really love that I've put together. That will make it super easy for you to navigate through all of this clutter when you want to put it back inside the cabinet. The second tip that I want to share with you is about color. Start with a color palette that is neutral, using whites and gray tones. This will keep it super simple and it'll give you a very good base to work with. Then you can add in some accent colors like some blues or some browns. So the tip here is to only use 3 to 4 colors. The third thing that I want to tell you about, the third tip, is to use materials and different textures in your groupings. So here I have some really lovely beads that I've just put into a bowl. I have a felt object here. I have some decorative objects that have lovely texture on them. These objects and these things, and when you put them together, create interest. The fourth thing that I want to add is about using objects that are personal. So you'd never think about doing this and mixing these things together in your glass door cabinet, but what they do is they add interest, they're a little bit creative, and they make the entire composition at the end beautiful and personal just to you. So I've used a piece of artwork here that I'm going to show you how to add in there. And I have a few other things that I can show you as I put it back. The fifth thing that I want to talk to you about is the sequence that all of these things go back inside this cabinet in. Let's get started. Okay, so putting the items back inside, you should always start and put the things on the very bottom that you don't use that much or items that are bigger. So I'm going to put this lovely tea set on the bottom, and I'm just going to put it just on the bottom like that. The next thing I want to put onto the bottom is a cake tray or a collection of things that I might use when somebody's coming over for dinner or I'm having family and friends around, but they don't get used all the time. Now, these collections of things, and these are, teapots that I've collected over many years, and I don't use them all the time, and they're a little bit safer on the bottom. So the next grouping of items that I'm going to put back into the cabinet are the bowls. Now, these grouping of items, these are larger bowls that are like serving bowls, and these are things, that I use, but I don't use that much. So as you can see on the bottom, what I have here, these are items that I hardly ever use, but I really love, and they're a bit safer down there. The second shelf are bowls that I use, but not so often. So I'm going to group those together like that. I'm going to put my lovely texture beads there. The next shelf, we're going to start to move in a little bit more to the everyday items. So here, I'm going to do a mixture of plates and bowls together. So I've started to put some of those things away. Now there's still quite a bit of things left on the table here, and those are going to be the final touches. The next thing I'm going to do is put the glassware away. And you can group the glassware by how you use it. So if there are everyday glasses here, I'm just going to put those there. They're in spots that are very easy to reach because constantly moving them in and out of the cabinet. So that's the glassware put back. Now, that actually looks pretty good, but there's a few other little things that I want to add into this cabinet that give it that personal touch. So I have some things left over here. You know, I have some decorative items that I want to put back inside. And this is really about experimenting and just trying different shelves and different levels and seeing where you like to have your things. There's no right or wrong, you know, just experiment and play around a little bit and have some fun. I am pretty happy with that. Now, this is the inside of the cabinet. We're also going to look at what to do with the top of the cabinet. So I have some leftover items on the table that I can add to create a beautiful display of items up there just to create that entire look. So that is the cabinet. So the cabinet is finished. We want to talk about what to do on top of the cabinet. I prefer to have something up there, and I think that it adds a little bit of drama and height to the space, and it definitely makes it feel like my ceilings are a lot higher than they are by having some lovely artwork and items up there to complete the look. So there are a few things left on the table here. So there is some glass jar with some green leafy stuff here. We've got a bowl. There's some art objects. And I also have some pieces of art, and I just want to show you how to put that together. So I have my ladder. I'm going to jump up here and put these things up. Climbing the ladder in my fluffy slippers, very good. So that is what I wanted to show you today, how to fit all of your loved things inside of a glass door cabinet. You know, when I was growing up as a kid, I would go to my grandparents' place quite often, and they had a beautiful cabinet. And inside were items and objects and lovely dinnerware and crockery that they would only use once or twice a year. And I just remember feeling so sad for those items because I wanted to go in there, take them out and use them. And with this cabinet we use every day with all of the things that we love. So I hope you like the video. Please subscribe and leave a comment and give me a like, and I'll see you next time.